What's up, Fantasy Freaks? It's Rob, the NRL Fantasy Freak, back for my Round 2 review. Just gonna give you a quick update on how the team's tracking, go over the players' performance on the weekend, look at potential weaknesses in my team by looking at their price stat value versus their average, and finally look at some team data, identifying the best attacks and the worst defenses so that we can target who we should captain this weekend. $950 points for round 2. Not a bad score considering I don't have Ponga and Haas, and with Yo with the 30, definitely killed any chance of getting the 1000. Brings my rank in from 22k into 13k, so very happy with that rank drop. And team value almost 10.7 mil, and only used the one trade, so off to a great start this year. So going through the team, Connor Watson with 90 points, 2 tries, 49 tackles, 6 tackle busts, and 90 meters gained. Played the full 80 and he is a beast. So glad to have him in the team. Next up at prop, we've got Terrell May, 73 points in 64 minutes. Another immense performance from him, and as expected, he's getting the good minutes at the Tigers and he is making the most of it. 43 tackles and 176 meters is awesome. Next up, the Horse with 52 minutes. He got 58 points. Solid PPM 1.12. Just doing the business. 24 tackles, 132 meters gained. And he is great to have in the team. He was someone that a lot of people were bringing in this week. Next up, we've got Yo. The just worst performance in the last 6 years for Yo. 30 points, totally out of the blue. We expected the Panthers to beat the Roosters comfortably, and it wasn't to be. And now they've got the Storm, who are red hot in round 1, so it's very scary being a Yo owner right now, especially the way Haas is performing. So he might be on the chopping block for me. Moving on, we've got Naufahu White with a good performance, 51 points in 58 minutes. Good minutes for him. Good base, 30 tackles, 152 meters gained. Glad to have him in the team, and he's got the starting spot this week ahead of Collins, so that's a good sign. Next up, Seyfarth got the 80 minutes. As predicted, he got in the 40s, and he is an easy hold. Should keep making money. Cleary, he was a slow starter, but he brought it home at the back end. 63 points. Couldn't quite get the job done against the Roosters, but it just shows how quickly he can accumulate points, and that's why he is a great captaincy option. Metcalf with an awesome score. So glad I held him. 64 points. Nice try at the end there to cap it off. And a good win for my Warriors against the woeful Seagulls. Lucas, solid 66 points, 46 tackles, 146 meters gained. He's got great base, and he's a great player to have in the centers. Toya, another solid performance from him, and 38 points, getting the job done. Happy to play him every week. Garrick for the Seagulls, even though they perform poorly, he still manages to get a decent score at 36 in the wing fullback tough wing fullback position. And yeah, he should be alright to hold for the season. Campbell with a slow start. As expected, I don't expect much from him next week either, but 46 points is alright, and he'll only get better after this performance. Same with Brimpson, could have had the try, got strangled over the line, don't know how it wasn't a penalty try, but happy to have him. He looks threatening and he can have an explosive game just like Campbell. And they've got the forward power to dominate, and if they start to gel, they can put on lots of points. Humphreys, he is a freak. 72 points. Field goal to win the game. He just looks like he is going to solidify his position, and it's going to be hard for Dodds to get back in that team. Just the great kick meters, over 600 kick meters and 26 tackles. And you add in the goals, 4 goals. Yeah, he's got a lot in his game and he will make a lot of cash for us. Mamazalis is also performing really well. 59 points with a try. 38 tackles. Did a few snipes around the edges. And very happy to have him in the team. Playing the full 80 minutes is awesome. Duffy, on the other hand, was disappointing. He was not dominant at all, being the number 7. With Dearden and Drinkwater there, I guess it would be hard for him to be the dominant playmaker, and they were definitely overruling him. And now he's been dropped, so he is a definite trade out option this week. I had played him ahead of Hubner, thinking he had a higher base, and after his 39 points in game week in round 1, but no, it wasn't to be, and Hubner was the player I should have had in the interchange, who got 49 points in 51 minutes. I just thought he was going to get only 40 minutes with Duncan there. I thought they would job share. So I wasn't sold on him getting the 60 minutes. And even with the injury, he only got 51. So, yeah. And Tamale, he is a solid option. 42 points. You can play him straight up in your centre or wing fullback position. And he's looks like he'll be reliable. 115 meters gained, 3 tackle busts, and the try. So, yep. And moving on, we've got Cole, 19 points. He looks very, what would you say, out of place in that Panthers. He's no Luai, that's for sure. And he is taking a back seat at the moment, just getting his feet on the ground, I would say, in that Panthers outfit. Hopefully he can start to take on some more responsibility in the team. But up against the Storm this week is going to be tough. So he's another trade out option. Sandon Smith, on the other hand, has been a revelation. I thought he was going to be a really low scorer, but he's come out with 2 back-to-back 40s and another try, and the goal kicking, 5 goals. So he's got a lot in his game, and the Roosters looked a lot better in round 2, so that's promising for Sandon Smith owners. And finally, Iongi. I put him last on my bench. I didn't have high expectations on him. Eels are playing horrible, and they were horrible again. And here's another trade out option that we could look to move on, as I don't see the Eels getting any better anytime soon without their main man Moses. So I've set the team up here with their priced at scores, so basically what they should be scoring for the value they're currently at. Underneath I've got their current average, and if their average is more than 5 points higher than what they're priced at, they're green. If it's less than 5 but higher than what they're priced at, they're orange. And if it's below what they're priced at, it's red. So looking through, you can see Isaiah Yeo, 49, priced at 61. So he's a keeper, so we're not too worried about him. Same with Cleary, 59.5, priced at 63, slightly below. So we would hope for some improvement there. Campbell with 46, priced at 53, off to a slow start. And same with Brimpson, but as we said, Brimpson could have easily had a higher score, and both of those guys are value, so don't worry about them after one game. Titans will be better, and hopefully they can show that against the Knights and destroy them and make Ponga get a low score and Marzu get a low score, but not Lucas. And looking at Iongi is the other one under his price stat value, and I think he's potentially more of a sell than Cole, so I might look to get Toa in for him to free up some cash and that I can use to upgrade Naufahu White. Other options I'm looking at, Nicholson for the Raiders, depending on how long Hosking's going to be out, but he's got a low BE, so he could be a good option to bring in. Really the only player with cash that I can sell is Yo, that's performing under what they're priced at. So there is a chance that I sell Yo even though he's a keeper, just because he's really the only option. Just like a lot of people sold Metcalf last week even though he was good value, and people were selling Seyfarth even though he was good value. Sometimes you've got to make tough trade decisions for the better of your team. So Yo might have to go. So here's the team data after 2 rounds. I've got the key attacking stats and defensive stats this time. Attacking stats I've ranked by tries scored. So Storm at the top with 10. Cowboys and Eels with 2 apiece per game. And in the defense, I've sorted it by meters conceded, and Storm under 1,300 meters conceded, and the lowest missed tackles at 14. Compare that with the Tigers with over 2,000 meters per game conceded and 10.5 line breaks per game conceded. It's not looking good for the Cowboys. So yeah, Storm, Broncos and Bulldogs are the teams on form. Eels, Cowboys and Dolphins I think are the worst teams and teams to target. So the Dogs have got the Eels, the Tigers have got the Dolphins, and the Broncos have got the Cowboys. And that means Payne Haas could go nuclear. So we might have to get him in. And Terrell May against the Dolphins is another great captaincy option. Not really too much to see at the Dogs. With Burton out, it's not going to be good for them. But Preston could do alright with the Eels, so if you've got him, he's probably going to score well this week. So there's plenty of options out there, but there's still plenty of time to decide on what we're going to do, and we will see how the experts are going in the next video and what their team's looking like, and see if that influences our decisions. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give me a like, and I will see you in the next one.